Very good morning to everyone. Children, I am on cloud 9 to meet you through this video. And I have not seen you because you have come from 10th standard to this class, 11th. After that we have not met in school. Anyway, I am happy that at least we could get a chance to meet through this video, right? So far you have learned 4 units in English taught by the other teacher, and now the 5th unit I will be teaching you, right? The 5th unit I will be teaching you. And before that, I don't know how far you have been listening to the videos that you have got already. Children, we do not know what will happen tomorrow. So, as and when time permits, as per our norms, do your duty then and there. You cannot get back the time which we have lost once. That you know already, right? So, you have come to the 11th standard. I congratulate you all and I welcome you all for our classes. And every day you watch your lessons without fail. And prepare your lessons. Even though sometimes we do not know what the government is going to tell. Even if the government says that you can get through and go to the next class without writing the examination, and the next year's lessons will be based on these lessons only. So, unless you know the concept of this portion, you may not be in a position to understand that lessons. Hope you understand, children. Right. So, concentrate in your studies very well, and then and there prepare your lessons, and there is a doubt clearing session where you can clear off your doubts, right? Keep up the time. Have a strong determination that you have to succeed, achieve something in your life, right? Be a good citizen of the world. Have some good qualities so that when you leave from this world, our future generation will follow the steps that we have followed, and they will also, our footprints will be landing on the sands of time, right? Now let us proceed to the next lesson, and the teacher must have asked you to get that workbook, and for paragraph answers, question answers, you have been referring to that workbook and writing. That is what I feel, I hope. So, paragraph answer, some of the students asked, it seems, whether how could I study, we study all these paragraphs together. To them I could say that when we come to the class, we will just up all that ideas together and give a paragraph to you, so that whatever may be the questions from that lesson, you can answer that question. Okay, children? Right. So, the 5th unit, prose spaces, convocation address. Convocation address written by Dr. Arinyar Annadurai. Dr. Arinyar Annadurai. Have you heard of this Arinyar Annadurai? Have you heard of him? Who is he? See, he was a person who belongs to the 20th century. He was born in the year 1909 and he lives till 1969. And he was a great politician, a writer, and a parliamentarian also. Right? And he has played a vital role in our Indian politics by being the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu for 2 years, that is from 1967 to 69. He is a very good writer with new thoughts, which is very good, very well essential for the people of the world, right? He is highly appreciated for his writings. He wrote novels, short stories, and even dramas also, based on political and social themes, right? Based on political and social themes. And the Yale University awarded him a great award, and in the same lesson you could see the picture where he has a conversation with his Yale students when he went there to receive the award, right? Now let us come to the lesson. Now, what is convocation, children? What is convocation? What is convocation? See, after the completion of the degree course, the universities will confer a degree for us, saying that so and so is eligible to get this degree from this university. He got the degree from this university. So when you go for your higher studies or for some job opportunities, this degree is more valuable than the mark sheet you get from the university. So this is evident that you are eligible to go for higher studies or eligible to go for a job based on this qualification. In Tamil we will say that pattamalipu we will say, right? So in this prose piece, Arinyar Anna gave some valuable points, important things which is very useful for the students who are coming out of that university, who has completed their studies in the university and came out of the university. Right, children? So when people give some address, that is some speech, for example, there is our school day function. School day functions will be arranged with all the dances, dramas, welcome speech, welcome dance, all these things. And in between, the chief guest will be invited and the chief guest will deliver a valuable speech. What is the meaning of the word valuable? Valuable, of great value. What is the meaning of invaluable? Invaluable also means the same. So, in English, both valuable and invaluable means valuable only, right? So, here he gave invaluable ideas for the students to follow in their life, right? Right. Now, in our school days, mostly we will be listening to the stage, what is happening there in the stage when welcome speech, and the annual report time you will be just talking for some time. But after that, every time you will be listening to the dance, you will be listening to the other programs that is going on. But when this school day address is given by the chief guest, you will all start to talk. But one thing I could tell you, children, for giving 20 or 30 minutes speech, they will be preparing for a lot of time. They were giving that talk after preparing for a long time. So, within a short span of the 20 or 30 minutes, you will be hearing a number of ideas, valuable things which will help you to come up in life. So, children, whenever you get opportunities like this to get an address from the chief guest of the meeting, don't miss it. Listen carefully to it. Right? Right. Here, at the children, the situation is the children are there. Not children they are students, college students. They have come there to get their degree. At that time, Arjuna, he delivers the speech. Right? He delivers the speech. What do you think he will be saying to the children, to students? What will be his idea, thought, the values that he wished to give to the students is given in this lesson, right? And the lesson has some valuable things which you people also has to follow later in your life. Now let me ask you certain questions. Why do you come to school? To study. Only answer you will say is to study. Right? Why can't you sit at home and study? Why do you come to school? To get your education. What is education? It is not only getting some bookish knowledge and storing it in your brain and vomiting it in the paper. It is not that. So when you complete your studies, just you can call back, recollect the days of your LKG, where who doesn't know to eat, take your food and eat, all will be spilt on the floor. Right? Somebody will be helping you when you go to the restroom, and somebody will be there by the side of you when you get into the school bus, or your parents will just pick you up, and like that you started your journey in school. But now when you come to the 11th standard, what all the changes that has occurred in you, happened to you, came to you? What all the changes you have got? Now, you know to dress up. Physically you have grown. You know to do your the duties by yourself. You have learned a lot of things, alphabets, regarding Tamil, English, maths, physics, chemistry, botany, zoology. Vast branch of knowledge you have gathered. And now you know to go to your home by yourself without the help of others. You are doing your homework by yourself. So what all the changes that has come to you in this short span of 11 or 12 years? Just imagine, just think. Physically you have grown up. Mentally you have grown up. Emotionally you have grown up. Spiritually also you have grown up. You know what to do, what not to do. You know how to behave, what all the things that you can do, you have to do, what all the things you should not do. All these things you have learned. How that comes to your mind? How did you get this in your life? It's all because of education. It's all because of education, we can say. So, education is not only giving something for you from the book to store it in your brain and vomit it in the paper. It is for the all-round development of yours. A total personality of yours gets changed when you get the education. Now, after completing the studies, what will you do? The parents are educating you with a great hope that my son or my daughter must live a comfortable life in this world unlike me. That is one of the aim. He must be useful to our relations. He must do something good to the society. He must be seated at the topmost branch of the society. This is the aim of every parents. So, when you come out of the university with a degree in your hand, your family expects something, your relations expect something from you, the people whom you are meeting expect something from you, people, the society at large expects more things from you. Nowadays, what is happening is, see, we are completing our school education, going for higher education, getting a degree, and we just move away to the foreign countries to make our living. See, just imagine, children, we got our education from our country, we got the good habits, manners, all these things from our country, and what we have learned must be utilized to our country rather than our manpower resource is utilized by somebody else. That should not be. I won't blame the children's community totally for this, because after completing the studies, the children are not given, the students are not given that much opportunity by the government to utilize their manpower resource in our country. That is why sometimes people prefer to go to the foreign countries. So let it keep that aside. Other than that, what will be his thought when he comes out of the college with a degree in his hand? What must be the thought? That is what is given by our Arinyar Karunanidhi in his convocation address. So I feel that this address is very useful for you, valuable address, which helps you to follow these ideas and shine high up in life. Right? So you have learned something, and we have our own culture, we have our own history, background. Stick on to it. Get the new ideas from other people, and if possible, utilize it in your way. But you must stand on its own, on your own views. You must have your own originality, and for some further informations you can gather from others and have a meaningful, healthy life in this world, so that when you go from this world, somebody else who comes after us to live in this world will follow our footsteps and will make a better society. Right, children? Right. I will tell you one small incident from the life of our former President of America. The former President of America, by name Abraham Lincoln. Can you tell me, children, Abraham Lincoln was the 16th President of America. Was a very great, eloquent speaker. He is the one who is very punctual in doing things. He is the one who sacrificed his life to the people of America. He is the one who left the world with his footsteps on the sands of time. As long as the world exists, people will pronounce his name. He is a God-fearing man, President of America, but at the same time he is a God-fearing man, very humble, very simple. Incidents after incidents, if you just read his autobiography, you could see that 90% of his life is a failure. A failure. Always contested in the election for so many times, met with failure. He contested in so many elections, but almost in all the days he failed. He got engaged with a girl, but before they get married, the girl passed away from this world. See what a failure it is. And one after another, his life is filled with miseries. At the initial stage, he has nothing to eat, no clothes to wear, a fatherless boy. But when he just narrates his incidents in his autobiography, he says that whenever he meets failure, he will not say it as failure. He says that, I just have a slip. I just have a slip. Yes. I slipped during rainy season. We slip as you go in a slippery place. But it is not a fall. He said, I slipped, but it is not a fall. I did not fall. A small slip has come. That type of positive attitude he has towards life. Right? I told you he is a great God-fearing man. So why I am telling this to you is, you too, everybody in this world will come across certain troubles, tribulations, difficulties in our life. We cannot say that these things will not come to me since I am righteous. No, it will come. But every time you come across these difficulties, you must have the braveness, courtesy, inner vision to say that it is a slip but not a fall. Again I have miles to go. Again I have miles to go. I will go before I reach the zenith. I have miles to go before I reach the destination. So this Abraham Lincoln's life, I will tell you one small incident. Once Abraham Lincoln was the President of America. He was there in the office, in his office. He is very punctual. He is very punctual in his routine work. So he was in the office getting ready, and he is being seated in the office. And he is the only person who is there. Nobody else is there. And one person waited outside. He could notice that there is one pair of shoes outside the room. Nobody else is inside. So the person who is waiting wished to see Abraham Lincoln, is very sure that there is nobody else except the president. But he could hear a loud noise. Somebody is speaking to somebody. If we speak, we will speak to somebody, isn't it? So one pair of shoes, but this person who is inside is speaking. So there is a great dilemma in his mind. Why? How could it be possible? There is nobody else inside, but he is talking like this. So he got a surprise. After few minutes, the waiter came and opened the door and let that person to meet Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln came. His purpose is being served. That is why he has come, is being served. And after that, he has a doubt. He has a doubt why, to whom he is talking with. So far, to whom he is talking with. He wished to ask this to the president. There is a little hesitation he had, but he just invited courage and asked that. Abraham Lincoln, see, I have come here. As I came here, I could not see any other shoes there, only one pair of shoes. But you have been talking to somebody. Abraham Lincoln very politely replied that, yes, what you have said is correct. I have been talking to God. Every day before doing my routine work, I used to pray and start our work. Just imagine, children, that great President of America needs God's help to carry on this work. Who are we, you and me, to stand, say that I can, I can. Yes, you can. You can with the help of God. So every day pray to God to give you wisdom, knowledge, and carry on with your work with dedication and sincerity so that you will reach the zenith of life. Right? Now, then from the next class onwards, I will just proceed with the lesson, and I think the next class is on Friday, and you be ready with your textbook also. And more than that, prepare the lessons that the other teacher has taught you. Okay, children? Bye. Thank you.